And sometimes it's hard to remember all the good things that have happened to you because we're in that comparison. We're comparing ourselves to every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the internet, every millionaire mama, everybody that's out there telling us what we should be and should not be doing. You're listening to the Unapologetically Unstoppable podcast. It's about going deep into who you were made to be and following that, no matter what. Where your calling is in the front seat and fear, well, it's trying to stop you, but fuck that guy. And getting the tools and tips to become unstoppable. I'm your host, Jeanette Peterson, where not too long ago, I had to find my calling. Here, you'll hear from me and other online experts on how to discover your calling, the steps to make it happen, and how to monetize it. I believe when we're unapologetic about our calling, we become an unstoppable, expansive force. So let's get started. So, it's fall. As of recording, this is September 29th, 2022. The first day of fall officially was the 22nd. And you know what? It was great. Fall is going great, but fall harvest is not like, we're done, let's go party. No, it's like, all right, now let's start to do all the hard work to get all the gunk out. This is more spring cleaning than any other season. If you really want to know, this is clearing out. This is the hardest season of the year. And it's funny because the Jewish people celebrate I think it's the autumn equinox as the first day of the year, which I believe it because that's when you're actually doing work. You're not doing the work in the first day of the year. I mean, it's still winter. Nobody's actually doing anything. It's too cold. But the first day of fall, it's not that cold yet. It is hardcore harvest season. So all the work you've done throughout the year, it's time to harvest. So what does that look like for you in your business? That means going through some of those things that you've been meaning to do that you haven't done. Spring cleaning wise, like what works, what doesn't work. Let's figure all these out. This is going through your metrics, going through your numbers, clearing out all the bad stuff. So during winter and the incubation period of creating new offers, thinking of new things, hunkering down, in spring, you know exactly what you want to plant. Right now is a season of getting everything out to prepare for a long winter. And I don't know if you've noticed this in your business, but in our business, pretty much after fall, we don't really get that many clients. And that's okay because that's the season of everybody's with their families. We know this. Every year we know that that's going to happen. So we just go with it. But in spring, we're ready. We've already been creating all winter. We've been thinking about the things. We're fellowshipping with our people and our families. And then we're ready. And another thing that you need to do this fall is celebrate. If you missed our harvest party, I'm so sorry for you because that's what we did, a lot of it. We danced our butts off. I was kind of winded after our dance party session to Tay-Tay, obviously, shake it off because we're just going to shake off all the bad stuff that has happened to us throughout the year. We're just going to shake it off. And it's time to get back to work. We're just going to shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. And we celebrated all the work that God has been doing in your life. And sometimes it's hard to remember all the good things that have happened to you because we're in that comparison. We're comparing ourselves to every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the internet, every millionaire mama, everybody that's out there telling us what we should be and should not be doing. Should I be striving for 5K months and $100,000 a year? Should I be striving for 20 hours a week? Maybe. but maybe not. And that's okay. But I want you to sit there and think about this. I told this story during the party, but I want to tell it again. And I was reading this book. I've been really into like period novels, World War II specifically, love stories, like historical fiction novels. So in this book, one of the characters was a ambulance driver in World War I. He was an American, and he volunteered to go be an ambulance driver. He was writing letters back and forth to his love that was in Europe, and basically said to her, I'm so excited because we're going to be going back and forth to the front lines. And you know what? There's a race car driver who went 100 miles per hour. 100 miles per hour. Think about your dashboard right now. That thing says 140, typically, maybe even 160, depending on what kind of car you have. And they were so amazed that this guy had gone 100 miles per hour, like flabbergasted, amazed. And now we don't even think of that as that big of a deal. Those NASCAR drivers are going, I don't know how fast, to be honest with you. I should probably look that up. But the point is, somebody had to do it first. Somebody had to be the first one to do it, to make it easier for everybody else. But that doesn't mean it's any less hard for you to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I love cars. The first time I ever drove out of my neighborhood, I promise you I was going sub 20 miles per hour, shaking, terrified the entire time. Now, people who know me is probably going to be surprised at that fact, but it's true. And until I got comfortable and had the confidence to drive a vehicle, I was scared to death. And I had been in a car, I don't know how many times, with my mom, my dad, friends' parents. But for me, it was a big deal. So I want you to celebrate everything that God's done with you, for you, to get to this point where you're at in your life right now. Because you know what? It wasn't easy. And it doesn't matter where you came from. If you came from an affluent family who's been doing lots of things, who've had lots of money and privilege, it's still hard. And if you didn't, and you come from a poor family who grew up on food stamps, and you are the first generation of your family to not be on food stamps, celebrate that. Just because some people think that's not normal doesn't mean that wasn't hard for you. That was a hard thing to do. So this week, my friends, I just want you to sit and relish in the things that have accomplished in your life. You have done the hard things. And God's just getting started with you, friend. I promise you that. Because he's about to take you to a place you've never even thought of. So harvest is not done. Get your pumpkin spice latte and get deep into your business. Clear out that stuff that you need to and celebrate, my friend. Celebrate God's good work in you. And I love you. And I want you to text me on Instagram and let me know how you felt after this. Tell me what you're celebrating, please, because I want to know. I love celebrating my friends. So let me celebrate with you, friend. Oh my goodness. Now, I know you're ready to take this to the next level. So what you need to do is go to Facebook, join a community of badass, unapologetically unstoppable women at the Unapologetically Unstoppable Community. And you can find me on the grams at Jeanette.Peterson or at Peterson and Bell. This podcast was created by me, Jeanette Peterson, and Allison Hartman. Our producer is the Amy Williams. Talk soon.